Welcome to the Unapologetic Mompreneur, the podcast for mums with an online business who are ready to take back their time, home, business, and self so they can restore the balance and thrive, both at home and at work, without feeling like they have to choose between the two. I'm your host, Sarah Dew, life and biz coach for mumpreneurs. I'm also a mum, stepmom, wife, introvert, breast cancer survivor, and your mentor for making a change for the better. I've learned how to go from surviving to thriving and unapologetically create a business I love and the life I want for me and my family without worrying about what other people think. And now I'm here to help you do the same. Because being an unapologetic mumpreneur doesn't mean that we're selfish or that we don't care about others. It simply means that we are not afraid to show up as our true, authentic selves, to step into our purpose, do what we know is right for ourselves and the ones we love, and take the steps we need to take to make our dream life and business a reality. Join me each week where I'll be sharing all of my best tips and strategies, plus the occasional dose of tough but gentle love to help you feel empowered, motivated, and confident to take action so that you can become the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. So, are you ready to unapologetically create a business and life you love? Let's do this. Hi there, and welcome to episode 123 of the Unapologetic Mumpreneur podcast. How do you feel about your business right now? If you feel like you are putting your all into it, that you're working all of the hours, doing all of the things, following all the strategies, chasing all the results, but things just feel heavy. This is more common than you might think. As business owners, we've all felt that sense of heaviness, of resistance or low hum of frustration that you can't quite put your finger on at some point or another. And if anybody tells you that they haven't, they are lying. I have definitely been there on more than one occasion. And it's something that I often see my clients struggling with too. But one thing that I've learned is that usually it's not that you're not working hard enough. It's not that you're not capable, and it may not be a motivation problem either. If you've been feeling this way, chances are it's an alignment problem. Not alignment in the fluffy, vague sense that we hear online, but alignment in the practical, day-to-day way your business operates. And whether the things that you are doing in your business and the way that you are showing up are aligned with your energy, aligned with your personality, your goals, your unique way of working, the season that you are in, and your definition of success. Over the past 8 years of working in my own business and working with my clients, both one-on-one and through my aligned business audits and breakthrough brew strategy sessions, I've realized something. An aligned business, one that fits your life instead of competing with it, and one that lifts you up instead of draining you, is built upon three core pillars of alignment. And when one of them is off, things start to wobble. But when all three are working together, business feels lighter, easier, sustainable, and more importantly, fun. The three pillars are energy alignment, strategy alignment, and momentum alignment. And in today's episode, I'm breaking each one down. Plus, I'm going to be sharing with you some simple ways that you can start aligning them right away. So that if you have been feeling that heaviness, that hum of frustration that you can't quite put your finger on, you can start to free yourself from some of it, start creating a business that feels like you, and start experiencing real momentum that lasts without losing yourself in the process or sacrificing the life that you are building it for. Let's dive in. So let's start with pillar one, energy alignment. This pillar is all about your energy, the energy that you bring and give to your business, and the energy that your business gives and takes from you. It's about matching your business to your natural rhythms, your strengths, and your capacity. It's about working with your energy instead of against it. So, what does that look like in reality? It means working hours that fit with the rest of your life. I know certainly for me, having come from a corporate background, when I first started my business, I thought that I had to go all in, working that 9 to 5 and that hustle that I had been used to in my corporate days. But actually, that wasn't true and it wasn't working for me, and it caused me to feel burnt out. And I'd started my business so that I had time to spend with Harrison, so that I could be the mum that I could be, going to get him from school, taking him to school, going to his sports day, doing all of the things with him, and trying to fit 9 to 5 working hours around that just did not work. So I had to switch things up. And so I started matching my working days and my hours to match Harrison's school calendar, to work on term times instead of quarterly planning, and to work during 9 a.m. to 2:33 p.m. to fit with his school days. And when I did that, my energy levels were so much better. My nervous system was better. And I was able to work on my business without feeling that pull and feeling constantly exhausted. So, what hours are you working on in your business right now? And do they fit with the rest of your life? It also means choosing tasks that match your energy levels. We all have points of the day where we have high energy and low energy, and points in the month where we've got high energy and low energy too. Choosing the tasks that you are working on to match those energy levels can support your energy tank. So when you've got those low dips or those afternoon slumps, make sure that you're choosing tasks that don't require too much concentration or too much energy so that you can get them done without feeling extra exhausted. And then in those high energy level times, use those times to use that time where you're working on deep focused work, where you've got a project that you need to work on that requires your full undivided attention without being distracted. Matching that to that high energy level is going to make it so much easier to get things done. So think about the tasks you work on and think about your energy levels. What can you match to suit those high and low energy periods, both during the day and during each month? It also means looking at having offers and clients that light you up. They may look great on paper, but if they're not serving you and they're bringing you down and stressing you out, if you're not excited about the offers that you are sharing and putting out with the world, if you're not excited with the clients that you are working with, and the person that you're working with has changed from what it was 2 or 3 years ago, that is going to deplete your energy. It's going to bring you down. You're not going to feel motivated. So don't be afraid of changing and switching that up. I have ditched tons of offers in the past in my business that no longer lit me up and just drained my energy every time I thought about sharing them and showcasing them. And equally, I've honed in and refined on my clients and who I love working with most several times over the years. Tune into what lights you up because that is going to keep that energy tank full. And it also means taking care of yourself too, filling your cup too, so that you are not running on empty. As I said, talking about the work hours fitting with the rest of your life and me trying to fit every hour under the sun working on my business was just plain exhausting. And I never had any time then to fill my cup too and make time for me. So I decided that I was going to take Friday afternoons off each week. Took me a little bit of a while to get used to it, but now I absolutely love doing it. And it gives me a couple of hours each week to fill my cup. How can you fill yours? So, with this energy alignment pillar, if you are dreading work that you'd normally enjoy, if you are feeling constantly exhausted, even when things are going well, or you're feeling resentful of your business when you used to love it, chances are you have got an energy alignment problem. If that's the case, don't worry, I'm going to be sharing a couple of things that you can do to bring this pillar back into alignment. Okay, pillar two is strategy alignment. This pillar is all about ditching all of the needs and the shoulds and leaning into the strategies that feel right for you. Instead of chasing all of the trends and copying other people's business models, trying every tactic, or forcing yourself into strategies that don't suit your personality, your season of life, or the way that you want to work, you are asking yourself, what makes the most sense for me right now? How do I like to show up? What do I want to offer? And what fits the vision I am building towards? So, how does this show up? It relates to all of the medium that you use for your content. When you're talking about your long form content and how you post on socials, whether you have a podcast or a YouTube channel or you're blogging, you're showing up on socials, whether it's reels or it's carousels, the medium that you use for your content, what makes the most sense for you right now, and how are you most comfortable showing up? Me, I'm not that great on camera. I get nervous. I don't know where to stand or look. but give me my podcast, give me a blog post or an email to write. I'm in my happy place. What's yours? It also means how often you post or show up on your socials and in your emails. Just because somebody else says you need to be posting 3 times a day and emailing 2, 3 times a week, if that doesn't work for you or doesn't feel right for you, you don't have to do it. What strategy for posting on socials feels good for you? It also means the tools and systems that you use. Just because somebody else is using one thing and someone else is using another doesn't mean that you need to use that. What tools and systems make the most sense for you in your business? How do you connect with others? And how do you bring new people into your world? What growth and visibility strategies work for you? Maybe it's doing freebie swaps or being in bundles and summits, something that I absolutely love doing. Maybe it's networking. What strategies feel right for you? Get in touch with those because alignment in this one is the compass that keeps your business heading in the right direction, the direction that you want to go. And that aligned strategy, that's your map. When you're in tune with the strategies that feel right for you, you are able to make decisions from a place of purpose and intention, rather than from pressure, comparison, fear, obligation, or the expectations of what you should be doing. Which means you're not wasting energy on random actions that don't move you forward. Instead of scattering your focus, doing all of the things, hoping that something works out, and then feeling drained and exhausted in the process, your energy is channeled into actions that actually get you results. And then pillar 3 is about momentum alignment. This third pillar is all about understanding how you work best and how you take action, because even the best laid plans are useless without follow through. And no matter how much your energy might be aligned, no matter how much your strategy might be aligned, if you are not taking action, if you are not following through in a way that is aligned to you, you are never going to hit that finish line and you're not going to see the results that you want. Aligned momentum means that you are breaking your goals down into manageable steps that work for you so that you don't feel overwhelmed. What goals are you working on right now, and how can you break those down into baby steps that you can see so that you've got mini goals to accomplish that can show you that you are heading in the right direction, and that every time you've accomplished them, it's giving you that little bit of extra boost of motivation and momentum to help you keep going. It means that you know what your real needle movers are, the things that are going to move you forward in the business, the actions and things that you need to do that are going to help you raise your visibility, to help you bring in new clients and help you increase your income. It means that you've got a plan for what you are working on when. You know what you need to get done in your business and you know what days you're working on it. One of my favorite ways of tackling that is having my hit list of what my priorities are, but then giving my days and weeks themes so that I know what I'm working on when. It really helps me to make sure that I'm staying on track, but also gives me some framework to follow so that I know then that my work is going to get done. So, for instance, Tuesday is my podcast days. Wednesdays and Thursdays are client call days. Fridays, well, that's my morning admin CEO morning and my Frog Friday catch up session to finish off any work that I haven't got done. And it really helps me just to know what I'm working on. So have a look in your business. What do you need to work on when? And make some sort of plan that you can follow to give you a framework to follow. It also means that you're using systems, checklists, and automations to make life easier and get things done faster. It takes away some of the guesswork. And again, it gives us something to follow. So you can bet that I've got systems and checklists that I follow every single time I'm doing a podcast, writing a new blog post, prepping for one of my network events, so that I don't forget anything. And it just frees up your mind and takes away some of that, frees up that mental space so that you can get things done that little bit easier. Align momentum also means that you are surrounded by the right support, whether it is a coach, a mentor, a biz bestie, or an accountability buddy. Having people around you to cheer you on and keep you going when you're having those tough days makes all of the difference. That's what's going to help you keep the momentum going. So, who is in your circle right now, and who can you add to give you the right support? And then align momentum also means that you are celebrating your wins, because we spend so much time looking forward about how much further that we've got to go and feeling frustrated or worn out by the very thought of it, that we don't stop to actually celebrate how far we've come. But that celebration, whether it is big or small that you've accomplished something, shows that you've got this. It shows that you trust yourself. It means that you're in tune and that you've got this and that you know that you're capable. And celebrating those wins and giving yourself a reward, not only is it fun, but it keeps the motivation going so that you can keep the momentum going. This aligned momentum pillar isn't about hustling harder or doing more. Aligned momentum is doing about what matters most and doing it consistently so that your results compound over time instead of burning you out. These three pillars, energy, strategy, and momentum, they don't work in isolation. You can have great energy but no strategy, which means that lots of ideas but little progress. You can have a great strategy but no energy, which leads to burnout. And you can have energy and strategy but no momentum, which leads to frustration. Real alignment happens when all three of these pillars are supporting one another. Now, I know bringing all three pillars into alignment, it doesn't happen overnight. It's an ongoing process of reflection, of honesty, of being really honest about what matters and what feels right for you, and adjusting where necessary. It's about giving yourself the permission to let go of what's not aligned so that you can make way for the things that are. The good news is that the shifts don't have to be big to be powerful. And there are a few things that you can do right now to help you start bringing your three pillars, your energy, your strategy, and your momentum into balance. So, to help you get started, here are the 5 steps that I take whenever I start to feel like things have shifted out of alignment, and the 5 steps that I take my clients through when we first start working together. First is to notice where your energy is being drained. Start tracking what feels heavy and then ask yourself what's one small shift that you can make. Maybe it's adjusting your work hours or moving a task to a different time of day. Maybe it's refining who your ideal client or customer is, or letting go of something that no longer fits, or saying no to something to protect your energy. 2 is to audit your priorities, because big shifts don't come from doing more, they come from doing what matters most. What actions move your business forward? Identify those things and make sure that you are focusing on them, making them a priority, and doing them first before you do anything else. If it doesn't increase your visibility, if it doesn't bring new people into your world, if it's not bringing you more clients and customers, if it's not bringing in more income, it's not a priority. What are your priorities? 3 is to evaluate your offers and your clients. Put them to the unapologetic test. Make a list of everything you've got going on in your business right now. All of the offers, all of the services, the way you show up, the clients, everything. And then ask yourself if they feel aligned. Are they aligned with your personality, your strengths, your values, and your ideal client? And if not, how can you tweak them so that they are? Just because a coach, a mentor, or someone that you follow on Instagram tells you that you should be doing something, if it doesn't feel aligned, if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't match your personality, your strengths, your values, and it's not going to lead you to your ideal client, you don't have to do it. It's your business and you get to call the shots. And if you want help doing this exercise, I dive a whole lot deeper into the unapologetic test and how to use this powerful no regrets exercise to help you make sure that everything you are doing in your business is truly aligned back in episode 67. You'll find the link for that in the show notes. I highly recommend you giving it a listen because just this exercise alone will make a massive difference. Number 4 is to create small, consistent momentum. We often wait for motivation to strike before we take action, but motivation can be unpredictable, and it rarely shows up exactly when we need it the most. Momentum, on the other hand, is what keeps us moving forward, even on the days that we don't feel like it. Do this by picking one action each day that is going to help you move forward. Write one post, write one pitch, follow up with one lead. It's just like riding a bike. Hard to start from a complete stop, but once you're pedaling, the movement carries you forward. And each small step you take builds the energy you need to keep going. And before you know it, you will start seeing results. And then number 5 is to get support. Whether it's a business buddy, an accountability partner, a coach, or a mentor, make sure that you are surrounded by the right support so that you have someone who will help you stay aligned and help you stay on track when you drift, because we all do that from time to time. I'm an accountability coach, but I have accountability partners too, because I know the power of accountability. And sometimes I need that kick too. It's also great to have someone to cheer you on and celebrate your wins too, because those small wins, that is what keeps you going. And if you don't yet have anyone in your corner, let's talk about how I can support you as your accountability coach. An aligned business isn't about following a formula, discovering the secret, or copying somebody else's version of success. Alignment means that you are making decisions with intention and on purpose rather than from pressure, comparison, fear, obligation, or the expectations of what you should be doing. And so, if you feel like you're putting your all into your business right now, that you are working all of the hours, doing all of the things, following all of the strategies, chasing all of the results, but things just feel heavy, or that you're experiencing that low hum of frustration that you can't quite put your finger on, it might be time to check in on your three pillars: your energy alignment pillar, your strategy alignment pillar, and your momentum alignment pillar. And if you want personalized support doing this, or you feel like something is off in your business, but you're not really sure what it is, I'm here to help you. Book an aligned business audit call with me, and we will look at your business through all three pillars. We'll look at where your energy is leaking, where your strategy isn't fitting anymore, and where momentum is breaking down. You'll walk away with renewed clarity, armed with a plan, and excited to bring things back into alignment again so that you can create real momentum that lasts without losing yourself in the process or sacrificing the life that you are building it for. Send me a DM over on Instagram at the Unapologetic Mompreneur to find out more. Here's to having a business that feels, I hope that this episode has helped. Here's to having a business that feels truly aligned and supports the life that you are building it for. As always, you have got this, and I cannot wait to chat with you in the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you so much for joining me for another installment of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. And if you have a moment, I would love for you to leave me a rating and a review so that other mompreneurs can find this podcast too. Here's to unapologetically becoming the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. I can't wait to chat with you in the next episode. Bye for now.